Howdy folks, and welcome to the Hillbilly Kitchen. Tonight we're making a cheesy Mexican chicken casserole. And this is a super easy dinner, and we're gonna talk about some stuff you can serve it over, but we'll do that after we get this in the oven. This is literally a dump and stir. It's budget friendly and it only has 5 ingredients. We need about 4 or 5 cups of cooked shredded chicken, and you can use any cooked shredded chicken for this. Leftover roaster chicken from the deli, you can use leftover baked chicken, you could even use leftover fried chicken. You want to tear the skin off and stuff and just use the chicken, or you can use canned chicken. I'm making this in the winter time, and y'all will see this in the winter time, and canned chicken might definitely be an option. But chicken is getting so much cheaper than beef now. We're probably going to be eating a lot more chicken, and we're going to need some creative ways to serve it. And this is a creative way to serve it. Now, the other 4 ingredients are a couple cups of salsa. If you don't have salsa, you can use Rotel tomatoes or something like that, some kind of diced tomato with peppers in it to give it some spice. I had a lot of salsa that needed used, so this is a good option for me tonight. I've got a can of black beans. I did drain them, but I did not rinse them because I think it dilutes the flavor too much, but I didn't want the liquid in here, so I did drain them. You can also use pinto beans or kidney beans. And I have a can of corn that I also drained. And I've got a couple of cups of shredded Mexican cheese. You can use any shredded cheese you got. And we're only going to put about 1.5 cups of it on top of this and save a little bit to serve it with. But like I said, it's literally dump, stir, and bake. So preheat your oven to 350 degrees and start dumping. Just add everything into your casserole dish. I did put a little butter in my casserole dish before I started this to grease it. You might want to put a little cooking spray or something in your casserole dish just to make it easier to clean. But we're just going to add the beans and the corn. And if there's something in here you don't like, leave it out. And we're going to go ahead and add the salsa. How much you stir this up is even up to you. You can kind of put it in here in layers and cook it in layers. I'm going to stir it up just a little bit. I'm using my mason jar for a measuring cup there again. I decided I liked that after the last time I used it. And I'm not adding any spices to this. You can if you want to, but I would put the spices on the table, especially if you're using a medium or a hot salsa, because it's going to have plenty of spice in it, or the tomatoes with the peppers in them. You can certainly dice up an onion and add it to this. You could dice up a bell pepper and add it to it. Just, you know, anything you want to. And you can make this with beef if you don't like chicken. That looks pretty good. We got everything pretty evenly distributed. I do want to ask you, if you're not already, please subscribe to the channel. Click like on our videos. Share them with your friends. We have grown very slowly over the years, and our views are down a little bit now. So if you would do that, it would really help keep us visible on YouTube, and it would help keep our recipes popping up in the feed for everybody, and I would certainly appreciate it. Okay, now like I said, we're just going to put most of this pack of cheese on top of here. I tell you what, it's so cold around here, I'd turn my oven on for any reason. And this is certainly a good reason to turn it on. If you're watching this in the summertime and you want to make this in the summertime, if you don't want to heat the house up by turning the oven on for 25 minutes or so to get this all hot and bubbly, you can heat it up in an oven-proof skillet, add your cheese to the top of it, and just put a lid on it and melt it. Or you can add your cheese to the top of it and just put it under the broiler for just a minute and brown it. That will also work. You don't have to put this in the oven and bake it if it's hot outside and you don't want to heat up the house. Right now it's 11 degrees here, so I'm all about the oven. And I use most of the cheese. And that's all there is to making this. We're going to put it in the oven about 25 minutes until it's nice and bubbly and everything is melted and warmed. And like I said, we're going to talk about some different ways to serve it because it doesn't have any rice in it. It doesn't have any pasta or potatoes or anything like that in it. So you're going to want something to give it a little more body, especially if you're feeding teenagers. Because I know, like, my teenagers, one of them would have ate all of this. So we're going to have to do a filler. But into the oven, 350 degrees, about 25 minutes. While we're waiting on our cheesy shredded chicken Mexican casserole to finish cooking, I want to take just a minute to encourage you to share your story. Psalms 78:4 says, "I will not hide them from their descendants. We will tell the next generation praiseworthy deeds of the Lord, His power, and the wonders He has done." As Christians, we are kind of missing that in our culture. We don't share our stories. We don't tell the next generation about the power of God, about the wonders that He has done, about our miracles. As Christians, we all have miracles, and we need to share those with the next generation, with our children, with our grandchildren, with the children that we come in contact with, because it is our real and personal stories that will encourage them, and it will increase their faith. And if you share your story, it will also increase your faith. Like I said, it's something that we just seem to be missing, especially in this time where we're not living with extended families and families are moving away. And there are a lot of young people who don't have any contact at all with grandparents, or it's very, very limited. When you have that opportunity to spend time with a child in the kitchen cooking, or maybe you get to spend a snow day with them in the wintertime, share your stories. Tell them about your miracles. Share your faith with your grandchildren, because it is something that we are so missing. And that's just kind of my personal take on it. And I promise you, though, if you share your story, it will increase your faith, because you will remember the things that God has done for you. I also want to talk a little bit about how to prepare this meal. Now, you can cook a pot of rice and you can serve this over rice. You can do just plain old white rice, or you can do Mexican rice. You can season it up some way. You can serve them with some kind of hard shell or some kind of soft shell. You can serve them with chips. If you're doing this for a party, like a Super Bowl party or New Year's Eve party, or even as an appetizer for a summer cookout, serve it with some scoops of some kind and just let people get it and dip it out. Some sour cream on the top, of course, is good. You can serve it with some taco sauce, some extra salsa, a little more cheese on the top. You can dice up fresh tomatoes and shred some lettuce. You can dice up onions. You could dice up some bell peppers, some jalapeños, if you like it spicy. And certainly, like I said, you can serve it with spices, hot sauces. Sit out a variety of hot sauces to serve with it. Any of those things are good options for ways to serve it. Now, you could also have put some pre-cooked long grain rice in the bottom of your casserole dish and then put your filling on top of it, and then your cheese on top of that, and baked it up with the rice in the bottom of it, and that would be wonderful too. You could even add some extra liquid to it and put some instant rice in with it if you don't have anything pre-cooked, and the instant rice will cook while your casserole is cooking, and then it'll be a little bit more filling, because you do need something. I mean, as it stands, it's pretty healthy. You've just got the beans and the chicken and the corn in there and the salsa. It's with the cheese and all that stuff, you're looking at a pretty high protein meal, but you need that balance with it, some kind of carbs, some shells or some rice or something like that to make it go farther, because in this day and age, we got to stretch our dollars, and also to fill folks up, especially if you're feeding teenagers. But this casserole would be really good to serve as a dip, like I said, at a party, because it's kind of hearty. It's a little bit more than just, chips and potato chips and some sour cream and onion dip or something like that. It's got a little meat in it, and it's got the beans and the corn and stuff in it. So it'll help fill people up if you're doing one of those gatherings where people are going to be there for hours and they're going to want to sit around and munch and stuff because they're getting hungry. This will keep you from having hangry guests at your party. But that's just some ideas and ways to use this. And we're probably going to do a few more chicken dishes because, like I said, beef is getting so expensive. We're all going to have to add in more chicken and pork in our diet in order to just get through. Hopefully beef will come back down at some point. My heavens. Oh my goodness. And after just about 25 minutes, and it only took a minute to stir it up, we've got this beautiful brown bubbly casserole. There's lots of options to serve it over, and there's lots of toppings you can add to it. Just like this though, to dip it with chips, folks at a party would absolutely love that. But it's pretty low carb like it is, and if you just added the lettuce and tomato and some sour cream to it, you would have a pretty low carb meal, high protein. You do want to let it sit, I don't know, at least 5 minutes. It's probably been sitting here 3 minutes. But let's see what we got. Oh yeah, that looks good. And it has all of the corn and the beans and stuff down in it, and the chicken. That looks really good. I am going to add just a little bit of shredded cheese to it because I'm not putting it on a shell or anything. Just a little bit, make it pretty. And add some lettuce and tomato here. I love Mexican food with fresh lettuce and tomato on it. Those flavors, it's just good. And I know not everybody's a lettuce eater, so if you're not, that's certainly all right. And we'll add a little bit of taco sauce to it and a little bit of sour cream. And that's how I'm going to eat mine. Of course, I'm not a teenager and I don't need that much. Just like that. And that looks absolutely delicious. Perfect weeknight dinner. Like I said, an appetizer for a cookout, party food, whatever you need, really, really quick. Like you can have it on the table in 30 minutes flat because it just takes a minute to stir it up and 25 minutes to bake it. So give this cheesy shredded Mexican chicken casserole a try next time you're in a hurry. Thank you so very much for joining us in the Hillbilly Kitchen, for being a part of our story. And until next time, remember to put God first.